Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Dave Wilson of the Ring of Fire Show. Hey, a couple things on social media again I wanted to go over for some recruiters. You know the drill. I'll be right back after this. Oh, that was quick. Hey, for those who haven't seen the show before, I wanted to talk the process for a brand new platform on social media, and it's utilized. It's called Business Suite. What they did was they've created one page really. I kind of like it now because you don't have to go all over the place to do what I'm going to go over here. I mean, it's all within one thing, Business Suite. You can do all your boosting, and we're going to talk about that. Hey, real quick, LinkedIn announced that they might be doing pay for boosting. I don't know. There's a lot of comments on there saying, no, don't do it LinkedIn because it's going to be like Facebook. But what I wanted to talk about first thing on the Business Suite, and listen, if you've never heard of these things and you're the branch manager or recruiter in high volume that utilizes social media, then you're not doing it properly. I've told everybody before that if you're not utilizing this correctly, your posts are going nowhere. I can tell you exactly. I look at every single post. I actually follow like 10 pages of the staffing companies, and I can see it's not going anywhere. You keep posting, you share it on job boards. You can still do that. It gets you some, but you're running out of job boards. And how often can you post on that for the same jobs over and over? So with Business Suite, when you develop your ad, right, you actually want to target your city. One, not three, four. If you were saying Lehigh Valley, like Easton, PA, right? You don't put Easton, Allentown, Bethlehem, and all that. You don't put all three of them. You put one in your circle. You expand it, say 25 miles. You want one circle in there. You don't want little crossing over each other because that just confuses the ad. So keep it within one city. And what I like about that is when you go to your insights, you can see actually where all your ads have gone. Seriously. You can see, well, some went to Alberta, some went over to Brenningsville, some went over to Allentown, and you posted Easton. It gives you an exact breakdown of where your ads have gone. So, I'm just saying that's a really good function because you can see whether or not you're hitting the right area, because a lot of people don't understand Business Suite and Ads Manager. The next one is I've told people, like when you're doing your job fairs, and I see them on LinkedIn, right? They go nowhere. They're not going anywhere. The organic reach is so slim. And even when you post, a lot of the staffing companies do job fairs, they don't go nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere. I'm telling you, if you just post it on that page, besides the people that might see it if they like the page, but that's not your target audience. Your target audience is not always your friends and people that have liked your page from out the company. It doesn't work. So you could promote 1 week prior, right? 1 week prior your job fair, $10 a day. You won't even go through that. Man, you boost that baby out and you go after the right target audience, that's where you're going to win. And I've told people before, if you utilize this, you're going to win. You're not going to struggle as much because you're going to get your message out in front of everybody else. And what I like about that is you want to take them from another company. It's simple. The people that are off, if they're not working, I personally like to go after the bigger companies. It's just, listen, they got 500 people there. They can spare some. Get your message to them to come with you. And if you follow some of these things by promoting your job post, your events, I'm telling you, excuse me, you're going to see a lot of results from it. You can tell a phone call, right? So what I like also about Business Suite is you look at your activity. So you can just see every little thing about how your Facebook page, business page is working. So on that activity, you're going to see people that make comments. You're going to see people that put likes, that shares, all that there, and people that have responded to is all in one area for you just to click on. Everything's down on the drop side, on the left side. You just click on it. All your information is there. Why do you want to look at that? Is because it's so easy just to go to it and just hit the like button on every single one of them. Seriously, just like. If somebody's commented, somebody's liked, it doesn't matter. Like them back. There you're going to see activity on your page really accelerate right up there. It's just going up if you utilize it properly. The inbox, the messages. One of the most important things I can stress is you have to stay above 60% on your messages. So when you come in the morning on your meetings on, not the weekend because it's a little bit slower, but by Wednesday, if you ask the recruiters, hey, how's everybody going with the messages? And you click on that and they say, oh yeah, we've been posting, right? It's not to go after anybody or anything like that, but it's knowledge and insights. Is if it shows 30%, you're not answering your messages. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere but above 60. So if you hit that 90, right, 90%, you get this little star or whatever it is, a shield, social media will send that out further because it makes sense because you're paying attention, right? You're paying attention and you're answering your messages. 30%, it tells you right there. It says you have 7 to 15 hours that nobody's answering. So that's one thing that you want to watch. And if you've never heard of this, again, Business Suite, this is where you really got to talk with your marketing department, and the recruiters all should have access. You should have access to them all. There's no doubt. And even the branch manager, and because they're the ones that are going to do the postings and make really good postings with images. It's not that hard. You can learn it all. So the other thing is trends, right? When you click on the trends on Business Suite, it really gives you the insights of what you want to do. What's your end game? Where is your target? What do you want to do? Because when you see your spikes, like I've seen on a couple of mine, I'll be like, what the heck did I do there? Maybe it was a great image or a great post and people liked it. Sometimes before the holiday, like I just put Memorial Day, right? Create a Memorial Day post and you're going to see the organic reach goes up. So look at your insights because that's where you want to look back and say, wow, like when your likes promote the likes, you can do that because on your trends, you're going to see it. So if you were to start today to promote your page for likes only, just likes, you can spend $2 a day. That's it. $2 a day to five. You put $5 a day. You're going to reach so many people to like the page. So you're targeting certain candidates and interests that they like for $2 a day. You can do it through their branch. You can $5. You run your whole branch for the Lehigh Valley. That's simple, just to get people to like it. The content, and again, all this is just on one page with Business Suite. What I like is your content. It shows you the organic reach that you had, right? And some of mine, I got 10, some 45, some 100. The biggest thing, if you're out there listening, right, is videos. Videos and stories are going to really take you to another place. Your messages is going to get out there, and candidates will either trust you or not. You could really talk about your company culture. That's the most important. Talk about that first. Talk about all the perks, then talk about the hourly rate, because let that person listen. Wow, paid holidays, okay, paid breaks, sign-on bonuses, all these bonuses and everything like that. Let them know that up front, then put it, because then they're going to pay attention to you there, and it's really going to help. So when you look at that on Business Suite, you're going to see all like your views. All right. You're going to see 400, 500, 600 views if it's a really good video, and the views are important, but that has nothing to do with posting the job. That I'm going to talk about that. So don't think just because you got 500 views, that is great. It is, but you can share it. But when we talk about boosting, that's where you want to boost that video ad. So the next one I like about is the audience. Listen, with age discrimination, you can't gender age anymore. Years ago, you could break it down, and I get why they've changed it. But you can still go after your target audience. So when you're running your ads, you'll get your insights of what gender is looking at your ad, right? Male, female. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be able to look at it and say, wow, okay. Then you're gonna have the age, say 18 to 25, 25 to 34, something like that. And then you're gonna be able to say, wow, those jobs, everybody's in the 30 to 45 year range. It's great insights, because then you can see where you're going to design your ad and try to hit your target audience there. So that is great, because now that you know your audience, that's where all your interest when you do your ads that you go after, and you're going to win. I'm serious. You're going to win. You're going to take it off. You're going to take candidates from another company and bring them over to you. Everybody is short staffed. Yes. I mean, I get it. You're short staffed, but go after the staff at the other companies. Listen, if you're our client, I'm going to do what it takes to win. I don't care about taking them from other companies. I have nothing to do with them. I'm just getting our message to them to work for our client. That's how we support in customer service. Make your client happy, just like that. Some of the buttons, people don't change on your ads. It always says apply here. You don't have to do that. Put learn more. There's some companies that you have to go to their websites to get hired. So why not run your ad with learn more? It's going to take them automatically right to that URL page to hire. So if you tell everybody, hey, go to our website, right? Click on careers, take that URL, right? Add it, learn more. As soon as they open it, you got it. You have that person right there, file your job for employment, and it comes right to you. So remember that. Learn, call. You don't have some of them, call now. Maybe some people will call you. You can change it. There's a setting in Facebook, and besides message and buttons, and let me tell you that you can let Facebook decide. So when you click on a certain drop down, you have your message, your call now, your learn more. You could set it and let social media do it yourself. Let them do it. It's going to somehow it knows what is the most popular button that you're going to get. That's insane. What I usually do is I let social media do it. Everybody says, well, privacy and all that, right? I always tell them, send it to the cloud. You're really being privacy there. Is send it to the cloud. Everybody knows, nobody knows what the cloud is, but all your information's up there. So, but a lot of the messages also is your away message. Listen, you're away. Go figure that. Before the weekend's up, right? Set it for the weekend, and then you set it for your hours, 9 to 6. Once you put your schedule in there, when somebody applies for that job, they get a message just like that. We're closed right now. You put it in there, but please text us in the morning or call us, or what job, we'll reach out to you within 24 hours of the next day. Smart. Location button. You can put a button on there where you're located. Click. Right in the Lehigh Valley area. You can put your hours, your job applications received. You're going to get a message on your insights that show you that you've received so many applications. But if you don't click it, if you don't slide that bar over for applications received, you don't know. You can post it. There's so many different things on there, like positive feedback. You can scroll over on that. They'll only put anything positive about you on there. You can really trigger it down and say negative feedback. You don't want it on your page, and they won't allow it on there. Appointment reminders. All of this sounds, if you haven't heard of this, then you don't know what you're missing. Your market department. If you go back to your manager and say, listen, what about Business Suite? Why don't we able to post social media ads? You're going to win. Just saying. So, but your appointments and everything like that, your chat plugin, listen, I've talked about it before. You can put a chat plugin right there. You just put it on your website, pops up. How can we help you for after hours? That's what we do. I always do that. I'll fill it out because I know they're going to reach out in the morning. So you don't want to always say, well, that won't work. This process here can take sometimes up to 2 to 3 months. because your ad has to learn. I know it sounds crazy, but when you boost your ad, you got to let it go for like 5, 6, 7 days. Let it go. Don't touch it. It's going to even say there. It's going to say learning. And what happens is your ad's learning. So if it's certain times, right, certain days, it's always going to promote that during that time. So again, you want to find out your audience across your competitors right down the street. So look at that. There's also a function to schedule your post on Friday. Take 30, 45 minutes and schedule your posts Saturday, Sunday, and for the holiday Monday. As simple as Monday, just scheduling it. If you're off, hey, we want to wish you a happy Memorial Day, and all the veterans out there. That goes a long way. It doesn't just have to be the ad, but say something nice about the holiday. Schedule 2 each day on Saturday and Sunday. You're going to win. You're going to get some candidates that will apply because they're off for 3 days, some of them. So the ones that call off, they're the ones that you want to target on the weekends, because a lot of them will call off this weekend. A lot of them, Saturday and Sunday, they're going to call off. They don't care. They're going to call off, and then you're going to lose them. But the other company, if you run this right, you can pick them up, because especially if they don't want to work the weekends. So the other one is called Feed and Grid, right? Feed and Grid. And that shows your posts to all on a scroll. What I mean by that is when you click on that, every single ad that you've done, you can just scroll down. I know that sounds like, what does that mean? That means you don't have to click back on your social media page to find out where you've posted before for your insights. It sounds confusing, but you can just scroll and scroll. And I like that function because I don't have to go back and forth, all on one page, Business Suite. And then also you can store all your images. A lot of companies will say, well, we don't want to get in trouble for licensed images, right? Well, if you're marketing, send them the images that you want them to use, put them in that folder, and that's the only ones they can. Or listen, if you go on Google and when you go to images and you drop down a little bar there, you can find the ones that aren't licensed that Google provides and says you're allowed to use. So that's what I always go for. I mean, I don't want any trouble. Listen, have I ever been called out in all these years? No. But I've been kicked off of Facebook or Facebook jail or anything like that. Everybody's had. But, really look at that. And then what I always like, this is something new that I've never really got into it as much. But if you're in sales, they have forms. You create your own form, from all your questions, your tracking perimeters, right? Your language, the language barriers. You put privacy reviews, right? It actually puts on there when you sit there and say, well, it's not private as a company. Say if I'm reaching out to a corporation or small business and they're like, well, we don't really want to put our information on there. But there's a disclaimer on there right afterwards about social media, how private it is, as much as everybody's going to say, no, it's not. But it's no different than when you're going to somebody's website or anything like that. I block all that out. When people say no, I say yes. Well, there's not enough candidates. Yes, there is for us. Come back for you, not for them, but think of your customer. But you can get all that privacy info in there, contact info, ask questions for your funnel. Why not utilize it? It's free. CRM system, your system for CRMs, your leads, your conversions to Facebook, prospects. It goes on and on and on, but you can connect that. Now, a lot of bigger companies wouldn't connect that with their CRMs, but as a small business owner or anything like that, hell yeah, click that baby on there and it all goes to one system. Business Suite, it's all in one. You can't beat that. I mean, you just click right on the left-hand side and all this information is right there. I don't have a couple more. Explain the audiences. There's custom audiences that you're going specifically. If I was doing logistics, I would put in supply chain, logistics interest, entry-level jobs, staffing agency. You put there's like 100 of them in there, but if you're looking for an accountant, you click on accounting. You wouldn't pick on logistics, but you custom that audience to you, right? And you save it. So you're saving your audience for you, not for anybody else, but for you at your branch or anything like that as a recruiter, now you have a whole file that everybody's looked at your ad before, and that can really take you, because then you have your lookalike audience. It's all crazy. But this is if you don't, again, if you're a manager right now in a branch and a recruiter and you've never heard of this, that's why people always say, well, we can't get people in for social media. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. Every excuse that I've heard. But if you utilize the tools properly, and if you're trained properly, listen, they need to put that out with facebookblueprint.com is free. You can learn all this stuff and really excel your stuff to make your life easier. Wouldn't it be nice to come in on Monday and have 25 messages, and let's just say you get 7 of them out of them for a job? It makes your life a hell of a lot easier. But you can also, when I say lookalike audiences, you're going to put your custom, and then you're going to just add a couple different interests that might, some of your friends on your custom, it might go into there and take some of their people. It's hard to explain, but it's a great thing. I have all these audience just saved, and that's under special ads. There's one that you can actually track people, how their behavior for behavior and purchasing, what they purchase and everything. You can follow that. It's just like cookies, it's hooked to you for life. So one more, that's it. So free marketing, if you post a lot on social media, a lot of people don't click on that email that says you can get a free 45-minute discussion with a marketing Facebook expert. I take that all the time. It's free, 45 minutes. Now you're going to spend money because it makes sense. Listen, Facebook is going to give you an expert. You're going to learn, get this, you're going to learn how to post an ad properly for free, right? They're going to teach you. They're going to do a share screen with you. They're going to show you. Now they're going to tell you to put $200 down on an ad, 5 days. Go ahead. It doesn't matter. You're not going to spend that much, but because you put a cap. I always put a cap on that $25, $50, or else that thing go up $200, $300. So think of all that, free marketing. When you get that email, open it up, schedule. It's just, you go on the calendar and they remind you like 5 days out, 1 day out, hey, you got your marketer. So, but on that note, everybody, I just wanted to share some of the stuff there with social media. If you ever have any questions, just private message me, and we'll go from there. But I have a show tonight at 6 o'clock, got a great announcement, and I will be back tonight. And let's see, we're going to end it with this right here.